Welcome to
Back to Flour. Good morning, Lena.
Good morning, Arno.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm fine.
So, what are we going to speak about today?
Today I would like to speak about protein. I would like to speak about gluten.
Very interesting.
It is very interesting. You know, the gluten is what makes the wheat unique. The wheat has this marvelous protein which is able to build a film that is able to create a dough. Without gluten you cannot make a dough. Well, some products will, but it's not the same thing.
That's why it's so complicated to produce gluten-free products.
That's one of the main challenges. Having gluten-free products, you are removing all the potential of the gluten. So this protein will have impact on many aspects of the baking. But what are we speaking about? We are speaking about a protein which is unique because why? Because it has two aspects very important. The first one is going to give the dough a certain tenacity, okay, the stiffness of the dough. But at the same time, it's going to give the dough the extensibility, the viscous. So we speak about viscoelastic properties. So we have the viscosity, we have the elasticity, so we can already start to see the dough. Now, the question I have for you, why do we care about that?
So, yeah, this is actually the main question. The thing is that gluten, as you mentioned, is so unique, it will impact all major steps of the baking process. During mixing in particular, if you have more gluten, it will create a more firm dough. It will absorb more water. Also, it will impact the proofing properties. So if you have better retention, for example, you may be able to reach a higher volume. It will impact the texture as well of the final product because of this retention capacity during baking. It will also interact with starch to give a good structure and texture to the product.
During the baking? During
baking, absolutely. So all of those products here that we see, gluten is one of the main functional components that we have to control.
So what you are telling me is that when we speak about gluten of protein, it's not only a matter of content.
Oh, it's mostly about quality.
So how do we measure the quality of the gluten?
So come with me.
Okay.
I'll show you.
Okay, yes, let's speak a little bit about gluten, about protein. So we have many things we can do here at the laboratory level. The first thing we can is measure the content of the protein, and we can do that with the SpectraStar. That's an NIR machine, and you can know the protein content in a matter of seconds, very rapidly. So now you have the quantity, you might want to know the quality. The quality of the gluten, we have many ways of doing it. The first one is to look about the property of the dough. Here we are going to prepare a dough, and then we are going to blow a bubble, and in this bubble we are able to measure different characteristics, very important ones, just as the tenacity of the dough. We can be measuring the extensibility potential of the dough. We can be measuring the elasticity of the dough, and we can be measuring the baking strength of the dough. All of that in one tool in 28 minutes. But that's not all. We can do more. Lena is going to show us.
So definitely gluten is one of the most interesting components that we have to assess, and here we are going to assess its quality thanks to the mixer lab, for instance. So what we do here is that we will insert flour, we will add water, we will create a dough system, and by doing that we will measure its consistency, the evolution of its consistency during mixing. So this is area 1 of the curve. So during this curve you will see the impact of gluten on water absorption capacity, on the development time, on the stability of the dough. More than that, we are also going to heat up the dough. And by heating up the dough, we will assess how the gluten resists or is damaged by the temperature, which is then very important when you put the bread into the oven, the bread or whatever product. So this is area 2 of the curve. Also, gluten has a very strong impact on proofing capacity and above all on the retention capacity of the dough. And here the best instrument to measure it is definitely the RIO-F4 that will measure in one single test the retention capacity directly attributed to the gluten, but also the production of gas. And so we will see how the bread volume is increasing during proofing. if you want to learn more about this important characteristic or about one of these delicious products here, you can visit our website.